Hello and welcome to my channel. I am here. But you see, these little beauties you need to see flat, so I needed to put them on the table. We would take one at a time. Not that one, not that one, this one first. Right, so he has handles. He's really chunky. He's got a lot going on, an awful lot. He has got a popper round. So the popper is just round the whole thing. It's just a bit of slow stitching on some padding, material, all sorts of bits put on, all sorts of stitches on there. But that's what that is. And you've got your handles. And then he opens out. When he's open, he's been lined. He's got 4 purses in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in each purse is something. The purses you have seen before, they've been made and they're sort of just stitched on at the bottoms so that I can get into them, but they are actually still quite free. So if we open one, purse number 1, in here he's got a little purse, and you've seen this one. This one's been up before. It's just a little coin purse, quite a bit of detail on him, a little bit stuck onto him. And it comes down and round his button, a bit of elastic round the button, and I actually put Linda on that one. So that was a little one that belongs in this purse, which was lined, and he's got a pocket, and he's just slow stitching. It's just like a rectangle slow stitching that you fold up and then you fold over to make your purse. So we'll put the purse back in the purse. Yes. Okay, I'll turn it around as we go. Let's just. So this one's quite a small one. He's got I don't know what you call. I call them yo-yos. Others call them Suffolk puffs. You can call it whatever you like, to be fair. Pop it down again. Again, just another piece of slow stitching that's been cut and shaped and folded up once and then with its lid on. In this one, you've got the little fiddle twiddle. It's got beads in it and crochet. It's just nice to have in your hand. This actual, I don't know what to call him, pack, folder, is very sensory. Very sensory. So he sits in there. Oh, he does. I can get that back on. Coming around. Quite a chunky one, this one. Pop it again. Again, it's just a piece of slow stitching. One oblong, folded up half, and then the lid folded over. It's got quite a bit in him. He's got a few of my fidgets in here. Buttons. You have actually seen this many, many years ago. But they're still about, that one. And he's got a little fidget book in here. It's the tactile, it's the I need something to do sort of thing. All different textures, just to keep you occupied if you're getting a bit anxious. If you've got dementia, it's something nice to fiddle with. There was a video done many, many years ago on these little booklets. And I never get tired of making these because they're just, well, they're fascinating. You can add whatever you want to them. So, 2 pieces in this one chunky pocket. If I got it done up once, I can get it done up again, can't I? There we go. So, there's one more pocket. This one again, they're all the same. You know what I'm saying? They're all an oblong. And they've all been stitched on and messed with and buttons on, and they're lined. And this one has another old one in him. Just a bit different. The buttons, you can actually undo these and they will, all of them, will come down, should you want to. It's just this doing, isn't it? There you go. Quite simple. Strip. 4 strips down that way. Buttons on the end. Obviously leave buttonholes up there when you're making that bit. And you can just put your buttons in here, and in here, and in here. And he's shut up again. And he's got little taggy bits that you can just pull on. As I said, this one, you tell me what we're going to call these. This is a fidget goodie bag. Because it's still a bag after all. It's a sensory, touchy-feely, lots going on. I'm going to hold him up so that you can see the back of him. Let's take, that was the strap that goes round. You don't need that one, do you? But there's the actual back of him. Again, a rectangle. I love making rectangles for no particular reason. Dressing them up. And then something will come up. Oh, that would be good for that. There's a bit of couch stitching on there. There's a bit just sewn on. Little bits. Fluffy bits. The whole thing is tactile, touchy-feely related. It goes in, and he goes in, and then he goes up like that. Hold our handles, and the tail comes up and round and onto his popper, and there you have it. Take it anywhere. You could sit and play for hours with one of these. Well, I do, but I think for me it's the making. I just enjoy making things. And then they sort of go into a box and they'll go away again. But it's the making. It's definitely the making. So that was number 1 of those. Now there are 3. Keep going. Oh, what's this one? Here's another little goodie one. Slightly different. He's still got his bit that comes round. And he's a bigger rectangle. He's got the handles. Still got handles. So that bit comes round, like we know. Let's hold that for you. The back has all been slow stitched. Just all bits of materials. And he will open out, just like the other one did. See, there's your back in. It's just nonsense stuff, but effective when you want to actually make something up. Now this one, hope you can see these. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets again. You've seen the pockets, I believe. If you haven't, they're all slow stitch. In some form or another, they've been slow stitched. That one, I know you've seen, is a big oblong and it's been done. So let's go through our pockets here. So what have we got? This one first. Round the button. It opens out. And in it are just black and white print-offs for colouring. Smaller bits, bigger bits, smaller bits, cut out bits. So I think you will be gathering that this one is an arty folder, file, bag. I don't know. As I say, I'm open to suggestions for naming them as a whole. You have to name the whole particular one. Yeah, so we've done him. So this is the next one. See what's in him. Ah, yes, the important bits. Crayons. With some extra lucky bands in there. Crayons. Always handy to have crayons. All nicely sharpened. Oh, and a sharpener. What else we got in there? Just some spare elastic bands if I want to put some extra pencils in there. They're ready to go. These particular ones I've picked out are Crayola. You see that? Crayola. They're not, they're only colouring pencils. They're not watercolours or anything. It's literally you just colour. So they go in there. Sharpener goes in there. That goes in. And he's got his tie around his buckle again. Just bits of elastic sewn on. Just to keep it shut while it's shut. Okay, let's come down with another one. So this was the pegs, by the way, are because the elastics were a bit big. I didn't want to go putting knots in. Because I mean, if I was to put more in that pocket, I might just want it to actually reach a bit further. So drawings again, just bigger ones. I've been drawing and printing off of something you might like to colour in. Perhaps you could take it on an aeroplane with you. That would keep you busy, wouldn't it? Or you could take it on a train. Or if you're a good traveller, you can have it in the back of the car. So, just things to keep you busy. And my goodness, wouldn't it fascinate people to see you bring out this? It's like, what on earth have you got in that big thing? Our last pocket. Material again. Shape that slightly. It's got a panel there, a slow stitch panel. Oh yes, well it's more and more to colour in. So you've got so much more that you can colour. It's funny, isn't it? Well, it is funny to me. Every time I make something, I'll do it, and think, oh, that's good, and I'll put it away, and I'll move on to the next thing. Then, when I come to show you what I've been doing, it was like the handbag, wasn't it? And the last one, oh, I'll use that handbag, and this will be, oh, I think I'll do some colouring in. Strange person, then. There he goes, into his pocket. You could put colouring books in there, if they were small enough. You could put whatever you want in it. It's your colouring bag, pocket bag. Colouring pocket bag sounds good. Right, now we've got to work out folding him up. So we want our handles. He's got to come over nicely, please. There he goes, like that. And that goes in the middle and up. Then we've got our big bit here. That doesn't look quite right, does it? This could confuse me, Lynn. Doesn't take a lot. Right, so I want that coming down, because that's where my popper is. Round, underneath, through the handles, and down onto his popper. So that in the end, you have just one bag. And it's a colouring pocket bag. There you go. They're pocket bags. Yes, I think that sounds about right. So that was 2. And actually there was a third. This one didn't make it into a bag with a handle because, trust me, that's quite heavy. It has its flap. There we go. Has a flap. Okay, so he's got bits there. He's got a bit of slow stitch on him, just to do some pretties on him, make him a bit more interesting. And he's got the flap there with lace around that one. Inside this one, let's hold him for you. He's got 1, 2, 3 pockets. In our pockets, yes, well, this happens to be the writing out the Bible pocket bag without handles. So it's got my book in that one. It's got my Bible in that one. You can see why this one's heavy. And then in the back, it's got the actual folder that I'm writing it all out in. See? Loads of pages. So I'm still going with my Bible writing. And that was what that one was about. Yes, if you've noticed, this was a scarf at one time in its life. Gets into my hands and it's no longer a scarf. It is a lovely, you can put anything in it, you know, you don't have to have books like that in it. It's a nice clutch bag, isn't it? As I say, he doesn't have handles. So it's a nice clutch bag, this one. Right, so let's see if we can get it all back in. The big one goes at the back, just because, nicely. The Bible, which is quite heavy, goes in the middle one, nicely. See, they're starting to fold up here. With the scarf, I was like folding it into pockets as I went, so that you could have different thicknesses in there. And then this is just like my record book. It keeps count of where I am and what I'm up to. And that one goes in the front. And once he's nice and big, over comes his lip, tasselled lip. And as I say, he's quite heavy. Quite heavy. But you could take that anywhere with you. You know, if you feel a bit conscious of having like Bibles under your arms and things like this. You might not, you might. But within this one, you've got it all in one place. You would still carry him under your arm because he's quite heavy. So I wouldn't want to put handles on because it's just going to drop or rip the handles off. I suppose you might be able to get away with it if you put handles right round. You know, like a leather handle twice. But then how would it come up the top? I don't know. Anyway, mine is not handled. This one is just as he is. So you have my Bible pocket book. You have the drawing pocket bag. And you have the fiddle pocket bag. 3. Can't do anything by 1, can I? I have to have 3. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really enjoy making them. What I'll do with them, I have no idea. But they're just fun to make. And it's all about sewing. And I'll make that many bits of sewing. It's like, oh, I could use that to make that. It's just, you make it all, and then eventually you have the thought of, that'll do, that'll come in nicely. So it's like, oh, hold that thought, Lynn. Even, I mean, these bits, they were the slow stitching on the bobbins. So it came off the bobbin and it's gone on my little fiddle twiddle pocket bag. You always use it as a cushion, you know, if you wanted to lay your head in the car or wherever you are. They're good as cushions. I think he'd be a bit big for a cushion, but... And he's a bit hard because he's got paper and pencils in him. There you go. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, a bit longer one from me. But I wanted to bring them to you to share. To show you out of more or less just bits of material and thread of what you can get up to. So I shall say, do give us a thumbs up, do subscribe, there's always something different. Take care, you stay safe. You know what it is, I'm going to press the button in a minute. It's bye bye for now.